foremost, thank you very much. Definitely an honor to be up here today. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, so it's great to finally get up on stage. I told Paul, usually I am loud, usually I am all fired up and stuff like that. I told Paul I'm going to be real calm today, so, being ninth quarter, we got finals coming up. I told me, if I was here second quarter, I would have been screaming, yelling, but, told him to be real calm today, so, is that okay with you guys? Is it okay if I just try to stay calm today?
Be loud.
You want to be loud?
Give me a little bit of loudness.
I'll give you a little bit of loudness. Okay, cool. So, pretty much my presentation today is going to be on the 7 qualities that an effective leader must possess to consider themselves all in. And I couldn't have thought of, it could have been a better time to give this after we just came out listening to Guy Reekman, because I was thinking about it during his whole talk. And I was like, dude, this guy must have extracted my presentation from my PowerPoint and gave it up there, because a lot of the things I was talking about, he was talking about up there. So it'd be real good just to kind of base what I'm going to say off him today. Everything he said, these are really the qualities that you should possess to get that vision, that focus that he was talking about. That eyesight of just what it takes to be really successful and what it takes to be that leader that we are in the community. Because, I was asking myself this question: how many of you guys just felt like you were born to do something great in this world? Like you were born to be a leader, that you were just born to be that inspiring person in the world? How many of you guys feel that way? I mean, Fred, you were born later. I didn't feel like I was born that way. No? Even after you got chiropractic, did you ever think
Yeah.
Well, how about after you realized you were chiropractic, did you just feel like you were meant to kind of do this?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely the way I felt. I felt like I had bigger plans, that whether God, whatever you want to believe in, had bigger plans for me in this world. Not just to be average, but to be out there changing this world. Do me a favor. Look at the person next to you and tell them, you were born to do something great.
You were born to do something great.
Yeah, definitely. So today, that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about the 7 qualities you need to do something great and to consider yourselves all in, quote unquote, on chiropractic. If you have something to write this down with, I would write it down. A lot of people, you take notes on your phone. That's cool. Or you can remember 7 things. So this is good actually. All right. First of all, why this matters. Why it matters to be great, why it matters to do it all. I'm not going to go over these because I know everybody's already seen these stats. These are kind of what I use to fire myself up. A lot of people don't like the numbers, whether it be, I don't know, you don't like the truth, you don't like the numbers, you don't like what our world has come to, but this is the reality of it. This is what really we're going up against right now. 1 in 3 is overweight, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it over and over again. This is the new normal in our country. People just, they go to their doctors and they deal with these kind of things, and obviously over the last many years, we are not getting healthier as a country, we're getting a lot sicker. So this is why it matters, and this is why these 7 qualities are real important to possess. Number 1, a real leader and a person who's all in doesn't ask what's in it for him. You're not saying what's in it for me. We got it first when we came to chiropractic school. Don't ask what chiropractic can do for you. You ask yourself, what can you do for the field of chiropractic? The minute you start asking what's in it for you is the minute you lose the big idea, and then it only becomes about you. So if you have a bigger vision, if you have something else you're focusing on, that passion, that drive is going to go on forever. An example is the Wright brothers. You guys all know the Wright brothers. They invented flight. And if you guys didn't know this, during that same time the Wright brothers were going through the process of inventing flight, there was another guy who was also competing with them. This guy had a lot more money than them, he had a lot more research, he put together a much bigger team to figure out how to get this machine into the air, but there was one thing he was lacking. He was doing it because in his head he wanted to be the first person to actually be up on that newspaper. He wanted to be that big guy who discovered flight, while the Wright brothers had a passion to actually do this. So the minute the Wright brothers figured out and got that plane in the air, this guy quit. He didn't continue. He could have developed it a lot bigger. He could have made a lot bigger invention, innovation to this, but he wasn't about that. He was in it for himself, his own pride. He didn't do it for the bigger reason, So, number 1, don't ask what's in it for me. Number 2, you are not easily talked into or you're not easily talked out of anything. Real leaders are not easily talked into something, but they're also not easily talked out of something. You know, there's got to be a commitment there. You know, we're here 120 some years into chiropractic, and people are still arguing about the same things these days. You know, this philosophy is better than this technique might be better than this, you know, this adjusting style gets better results than this. All in all, while people are arguing, there's a world with 6.9 billion people who are still suffering out there. So, if you're not talking about how to reach those 6.9 billion people, you're having the wrong conversation. Don't be arguing about what's better, because it all works. We all know it all works. Whether you're adjusting one bone, you're adjusting the whole spine, it works. Okay? So, you gotta know, real leaders know, they're not in this to impress other people. They're not in this to make a lot of money. They're not in this to tell people, oh, look, I'm a doctor. All that stuff comes with leadership, but that's not their main focus. They got something bigger. They know they're on this planet to do something a lot bigger. You know, in chiropractic especially, unanimous is not an option. You know, there's going to be some people who are not going to agree with what we do, and obviously we know that. So unanimous can't be an option. You know, you got to realize that not everyone's going to agree with us. So just get to the people you can, love on everybody you love, and never give up. Because the first time someone hears something, they might not like it, but who knows, 6 months, a day later down the line, they might be like, someone told me about something that one day, and maybe I'll give it a try now. Do good for God, people, and the world. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the first one. You know, you're not asking what's in it for you, you're doing it for the bigger reason. So, like I was saying, as long as there's injustice in this world, you can't become content. And there's a lot of injustice going on right now. You know, there's people who don't know the truth about healthcare, so that's our job. That's our job, is to go out there and tell these people what real healthcare is and how your body can actually heal itself. You guys didn't know this, the largest volume chiropractor only sees about 1% of his town. So that's 99% of his town, city, still living in the medical model. You know? So if you have that mindset of, oh, I'm only trying to get to the people around me, look, I'm going to be a big shot in my town, then chiropractic may not go as far for you. You know, you might become burnt out, you know, when you're seeing a lot of people. But if you know you're doing good for not just God if you're religious, but for the people around you and for the whole profession of chiropractic, that's what differentiates a real leader and someone who's making a movement in this. Number 4, hard work. It might be it's a simple concept, hard work. But I think that's something that's so overlooked. You know, people like to push things off for later. You know, everybody doesn't want to work hard now. You know, I'll just work hard later. But really, if you look at that from the patient's perspective, later is the reason people have heart attacks. Later is the reason why people are suffering. Later is the reason why we have an obesity epidemic. People don't want to work hard right now, but real leaders, real people who possess these qualities, they're working hard in the moment. Because if you work hard in the moment, then all that stuff later down the line is just going to increase your value as a great chiropractor. You know, anything great comes from hard work. I truly believe that. You know, there's no shortcut to anything great worth having. My football coach in 6th grade used to always tell me, if you're not working hard at something, you're sucking at it. You know, it's kind of hard to hear that when you're in 6th grade, you know, it's motivating it up. But, I mean, it's almost true. If you're not working hard at it, I guarantee you suck at it. You know, so work hard at it and build that confidence that you can go out there and you can do this. If you're not all in, then your patients or followers won't be either. If you're not all in, your patients or followers won't be either. Your patients, the people around you, they need to see that you're committed to this. They need to see that this is you. This is what you live, you breathe. There's no times I walk around people like Brett Jones and I'm like, dude, this guy is all chiropractic. You know, Paul O'Feely, you know, these guys are all chiropractic. That's the way it's got to be. People got to walk around you and just feel like you're about this. This is about your moment, your movement. You know, people always say, you know, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. So if they see that you care about this and that this is big to you, then they're going to invest themselves in it. Tell everyone. Tell everyone. You know, when you guys hear something great, tweet it, Facebook it. Social media these days are filled with people putting up useless stuff, but put up stuff that matters. You know, you tell everyone. You got to commit to this mission of being great. You know, commit to saving the planet, commit to saving the world, because really, there's no other profession that's doing it like we're doing it. But we need a bigger impact out there, and we need people who are going to step up to the plate and become these leaders. And always be in state. This is a huge, huge thing, and this is one of my favorite quotes that I've seen. Kevin Durant is a 3-time scoring champion. He takes his advice, or got this thing from Michael Jordan. There may be one person in that arena that has never seen you play before and may never see you play again. Show them that you're for real. This gets him in his state every time he steps up to that court. He knows that there's someone, wherever you are, if there's someone that has not seen you before, they may never see you again. This may be your one shot to get it done. You know, so whether that be for someone who does a screening, whether that be for someone who does a health talk, being in state is huge. You'll see the greatest people in there, you'll see the most successful people, they're always in state. I mean, who watched the NBA Finals when Kobe was playing and Chris Rock, one of the most influential or comedians, was sitting behind him yelling things in Kobe's ear. This guy did not move, he didn't blink because he was focused, he was in state. That's what real leaders do. So, you know, people always say, isn't going all in a big risk? I mean, whoever's played poker, going all in is a big risk. So, am I asking you guys to take a huge risk right now? Yeah, I'm asking you guys to take a big risk right now by going all in. And I don't know about you guys, but with this hand of chiropractic that I've been dealt, I don't plan on folding it, nor do I plan on losing. So it's time to go all in, guys. Thank you very much.